Quarter Ninja presents.
Hello and welcome to Quarter Ninja's Lair, where we play games, and today we are playing Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. As you can see, here is Quarter Ninja's Lair, and here are the cars from the previous episode, episode 54. Today it is episode 55. We have 850 cars to go. And in previous episode we did these two BMW M1 coupes. As you can see, they're pretty similar, but still they are different. The black one is meaner and more sportier, with nice tinted headlights, taillights, stuff like that, you know, nicer wheels. The stance of the car is better, and you know, as you probably are aware, we are doing 1000 cars journey, which means buying, restoring, repairing and selling 1000 cars. We have 850 to go, and also we did this beautiful Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato. I left it in this green color, I like it. So this was the stuff we did in the previous episode. For everything and all the info you need, just check in the description down below, and you will see the link to the 1000 car spreadsheet, where you have all the information about our journey through, you know, the game, everything. We did playthrough from episode 1 to 21, which was, yeah, there is a carbon here just for your info. So we did a full playthrough of the game, because if you look here, we are at level 55 and maximum XP. On level 50 you unlock all the skills. Skills are here. More about that in episodes 1 to 21. After episode 21 we started a 1000 car journey. Now we are sitting on 850 cars to go, and on episode 55. Well, without further ado, let's see what is our next thing to do. And I think this is the first time, if I'm not mistaken, that we are doing a racy car. I would call it racy, or racing maybe even. So that would be Catheram Lola 300 SPR, okay? With these cars, the things are a little bit different than with normal cars, because these cars usually have very little in the way of parts. As you can see, there are just a few parts, actually, more or less, and that's about it, because, you know, the racing cars are like that, and it's really hard to implement anything else. So as you can see, really nothing much here. I don't think even there is any other part, but it doesn't really matter what we want. We want to restore it and, you know, bring it actually to the former glory. We like cars, we like to restore them, so for us it's not really a big deal how much work it has to be done or how many parts are there and stuff like that. It is, you know, what it is, and we are doing our best to do the things. As you can see, the front suspension is basically non-existent. Rear one is here, you know, with cross member. So yeah, this is going to be probably a little bit shorter and simpler job in a way, but you know, I decided simply to do all cars that make sense in a way that we can kinda, you know, restore and bring to that 100% state, because you see brake drums, and there is of course no brake drums in the racing cars, but you know, the mod creator said actually he had to do it because of different reasons. Simply it couldn't be done a different way. So you know, you have to accept that you will have a lot of things that don't make sense in the mods, but this is the best these guys can do it, and we should be grateful to them and for the work they are doing. Also, of course, all the info about the mod you have basically in our 1000 cars spreadsheet, a link to the mod, so you can go there, check it, you know, maybe download it, I don't know, say hello to creators, support them, etc, etc. After all, this is a content you're getting for free, and someone is doing that, so it is always a great thing to support these guys that are doing an amazing job. Now, as I said, this car is going to be much more simple, not many parts, not, you see, it's kinda, yeah. But the thing here is, actually I'm absolutely sure you already know if you follow my channel, the thing here is not, you know, a perfect car in a technical way of sense, you know, with all the parts and everything, and, you know, like the replica of real car. No, what we are aiming to see here are, you know, different cars from the outside, as long as we have that car, you know, nicely done, and the model representing the rear car. What is down below the car, it's really unimportant. If you're a technical purist and want that, I'm absolutely sure there are ways, you know, you can satisfy yourself. I don't know, go to university, finish auto engineering, and you can do it all. So in any case, these should be these parts. Maybe this is a part. Oh yes, you see, I found one more part. I'm trying. We will check it. Just what I'm looking, it seems nothing is here. Let's try to pull the engine out and see. You see how it's crane is here. So yeah, these things sometimes are really trickier, but it's okay. Now immediately what I want to do, I will, before interior, I will do welding, and welder, you know what welder does. Welder does this, and I wanted to do that because I need to go around and check it. Okay, it seems that we managed to do it properly. Now we can do interior, although as you know, actually you will not see much difference at all. So this is it. Let's drop the engine in. So this is a V8 DOHC Supercharged engine, of course. Let's say a proper racy engine, big, powerful, etc. Taking a charged battery, and you see this one is in very bad condition, but still it will be charged. It doesn't really matter. Battery is always chargeable, so that is something you don't have to worry about. Now let's drop in whatever parts we can, and also we forgot to repair parts. Let's go and do that first. As you know, I forget that often, but it's not a big deal. So everything, maybe if you didn't know, just to explain a little bit, this is the repair bench basically, and the part is 19% basically okay, or it has 19%. I don't know how it would be the most proper way. It is damaged 81% basically. See, because 81% of the part is missing. But less you have, more you will pay, and a less repair chance you will have. Anything over 50%, let's click first time. Okay, now we are over 50%, so we are 60%, now it's 99%, although the price is still pretty high, but less than what you would pay for the new part, because new part is, if I'm not mistaken, 750, with bonuses less, a little bit less, 6 something, but still this saves you quite a bit of money. So this is how this works, and we will just repair what we can. I don't think that, yeah, as you can see, very small number of parts repaired, which means we are going to have to buy some parts later. I don't like that, but you know, it is what it is. We are selling this old engine stuff. Yeah, there are not even shocks on the car, so yeah, let's simply just assemble what we can, and that would be the best way to proceed. A fuel tank later, this later, brake servo can come here, ABS pump, and of course ABS module, which we don't have. As you know, ABS module is never ever found on the cars that are in the from the junkyard, which is of course bug in the game. It was never rectified or fixed by the developers. As I explained multiple times, they left development of this game a long time ago, and yeah, there is new version 2021 coming, or it's maybe out there because I'm recording this video at the middle of the May. Now it's middle of the May, and this video will be released in August. And if you ask yourself why is that and why I'm doing these things, simply because number one, my schedule is hectic. I cannot simply commit to anything. I'm doing this for fun. I love this. You know, I love gaming. I love stuff, but it is not the thing that is my life. So, you know, I love to do this, but I'm recording these episodes a long time in advance and simply preparing them and putting them on the YouTube, and they're sitting there in the queue until the time for them is to get out. I usually do one video in 4 or 5 days, depends, you know, release one video. But, you know, I'm doing them mostly in batches, and as I said, this is recorded basically in May, and it will be released somewhere in August, and that's how it is. I cannot stream live because of different reasons. You might know that I'm living in China at the moment, so you know the time zones are really bad. My schedule is such that I cannot commit to any dates, times, or whatever. As you can see, I'm recording episodes like 3, 4, 5 months in advance and stuff like that. So yeah, at the moment this is how things are going. But still, if you like what I'm doing, click the like button. If you like the channel and content, then, you know, subscribe, and also comment, please. I would love to hear, you know, your opinion about the game, your opinion about the content on this channel. You know, maybe what do you think about some cars in real life, what you drive, what you don't drive, what you would like to drive, etc, etc. There are 1,000 things we can talk about, so feel free to drop a comment down below. And also, if you have some question, feel free to ask. If I can, I will be glad to answer. Now, these are the wheels. All of them are the same actually, and it doesn't really matter which is front and which is back. And as you can see, this is quite a simple model. In a way, not many parts, suspension and stuff, not complicated, etc, etc. We don't have fuel tanks, let's buy some. But, you know, for us it is important to showcase the cars and how they look, and that is what we are doing at the moment and what we are doing here. Do we have a spare gearbox? We don't. Yeah, this is why I wanted to check. Let's buy one. I'm not, you know, stocking gearboxes. There is really no reason for that. There is many times you will get gearbox from the car, restored, repaired, etc, etc, and you don't need really to stock many of them. If you have even to keep some on stock, maybe, you know, the best is to buy one when you need one. Okay, let's finish the rear suspension. And this is Catheram Lola, the sports car. I really didn't read much about it. If you want to read about that, what is it and where it was racing, I really didn't check, as I simply ignored it for one reason or another. I had no clue why, but I really didn't check it. So feel free to check, and if you know more about this car, just, you know, write down in the comments below a little bit about it, so other people also can, you know, have that knowledge. Brake stuff, you've seen cylinder. I don't think we have shoes. I will buy 4. Let me see. Okay, do we have drums? I think we do have few. Perfect. And we can immediately drop a tire in. Good. What is this? A rear sway bar B, which luckily we have one. Front exhaust pipe V8C. Front exhaust pipe V8C. Is that front exhaust pipe V8? I think this is the one. I think this is the one. Yep, that is the one actually. I got it right. I'm just checking. Yeah, I think we are almost there. There is really not many parts. It's quite a simple build. So we need what we need. We need solid drive axle. I'm buying 3. As you know, whenever we need 1 part, we are going to buy 3. Whenever we need 2 parts, we are going to buy 4. And this is when we are talking about the repairable parts that, you know, you can repair and get from the car and, you know, fix it. So you don't need to keep many in the stock. This is how I do it. And also you can have, you know, some part like I don't know, wheel hubcap or something that is not repairable, etc., you know, and buy them in 10, 20 pieces, so you have it enough in stock. So basically, it seems that condition of the parts is good. Front window, steering wheel, 6. Okay, we didn't remove that. Why? I don't know. We will check it now. It seems mechanically speaking, car is good. So where is the front window? Is this the front window? It is actually. And steering wheel, you know, I'm trying to figure out. The easiest way sometimes when you cannot figure out, you just come here to the shop and come here, type Lola, okay, and see what is front fender. Now the tricky part is the game says we have steering wheel 6. Okay, 37%. I am actually not sure at all, because this is the whole body, why it would have steering wheel anywhere. This is my problem at the moment. See, I'm trying to figure out, because it should show maybe where, no. Oh, okay. Now you see the tricky thing. The steering wheel is hidden here, and we will, I don't think we can remove it. I don't know why. Maybe we have to remove it from here. I really don't know. Like come here and maybe, you know, it's removable from here. Actually, no, it is not. It is not. So I have no idea. I can go now on the internet and check it, kinda, you know, because we should be able, you cannot, no, it doesn't want to work. So bear with me here, we will try it a few more times, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We will not bother really, I don't want to lose time. Could add and we could remove. You see, I'm trying to figure out where it is now. It is somewhere here, but it doesn't want to go off. No. Okay, I will completely and utterly ignore it. Trust me, I don't want to lose time. I don't care. Sometimes these mods are simply effed up. and that's about that. We have a left fender and side mirror. Left fender is not this, okay, this one we don't have. This one, maybe this is rear left fender, yep. And let's buy everything else. So front left fender, this one, one left side mirror, and this one. I think that's about it. Everything is integrated when you look at that. Yep. And front window. Also, what do we have interior wise? Do we have seat or something? Okay, let me see. Seat 10 leather D. Now it's becoming really tricky because seat 10 leather D, because sometimes mod can be really annoying. Seat 10 leather D. Let's just buy them. And you can have issues like now that steering wheel that I cannot really remove. I have no idea. I see it here, you know, and I understand it. Maybe. Okay, my bad. Oh my goodness, I was so stupid. I have to say that is really astonishing what I've done. As you can imagine, steering wheel is the part of the interior, and I was trying to remove it from outside, you know, like, oh, that was my bad. That was my bad. Actually, I didn't pay attention. I didn't think. Yeah, I was actually really kinda stupid, and you know, it doesn't really matter. We sorted it out. It was my mistake. So yet again, I do apologize for my stupidity, but the problem is sorted, and now we can move forward. Let's paint the car. Factory is this one. There is probably livery. We will leave number. Oh, hello, beautiful. Even more beautiful. Oh, hello. Oh, I love it. Okay, I don't want even to look. This is the one I really like. Wow. Yep, it looks really great. Perfect. Amazing. I love it. Let's move it there. So we had a little bit of, you know, like thinking about some parts, but it doesn't really matter. As you see now, when I said the most important thing is to have a representation of the real car, and when you look at it, you say, oh, that's nice. And this is what you have here. Look, it's beautiful. It doesn't really matter what is below, you know, under the body. Who cares? This is a very nice racing Catheram Lola 300. So perfect, perfect. That's very nice. We will move Lola back to parking for now, and we will bring it back when the whole set of 5 cars is done. But at the moment, what I want to do, I want to bring the 5th car from this set, or stint or batch or whatever you want to call it, and do it, because I cannot find it again. This is becoming crazy. I have really not so many cars, but I still cannot find what I'm looking for. Bear with me, my dear friends. Do I? Ooh, yes, this is the one I am trying to bring in. So this is Echos Cobra, which is actually representing a Dodge Viper. What I will do, this is a fully assembled car actually, and it's beautiful, super high quality. We are not touching anything. If we are lucky enough, we will have all the parts 100%, which actually means we will not be bothered with buying any parts or anything. You know that usually when you go with auction cars, you have well, 3 states of the car. One is everything will be basically, just give me a moment to remove everything. Everything will be 100%, including glass, the headlights, taillights, and stuff like that. then you will have situation where headlights and taillights and glass will be basically unrepairable, of course, and all other parts will be repairable, and you will have all exterior body parts except glass and lights. And the third case is when you will miss some of body parts and all the glass and stuff like that. So it depends really. You could have all these three states of car, and I prefer when I have all the parts 100%, of course, so I don't need to bother buying anything and things like that. So I think we did remove everything from here, and also, as you know, we can just let me check. We can when we repair restore, use our welder, we will see if there is any part that is, body part that we missed. Usually it will not be repaired, but this car is 100%, so everything should be perfectly fine. Okay, so slowly, there is no need to talk about Dodge Viper, super well-known American sports car. I really liked Viper. I still like it. I think it's very, very beautiful machine. It is different from European cars, and that is which gives it basically a little bit of some, not edge, but something different. Because from my point of view, all these mostly European sports car or supercars are the same. They have the same actually stance, looks, everything. And the Viper is definitely different. There is no doubt about that. So this is not a proper Viper. This is not a DLC or something. This is a vanilla car from the game when it came out. And you always, when game comes out, you always get these no-name cars, which represent a certain car, but they're called some funny names. And also their design is a little bit tweaked, so they don't look 100% perfect. There is always something that is missing, and you will always say something is wrong. But I think they are doing that, of course, on purpose, because they don't have license and they want to avoid any, possibility to be sued or, ask for compensation and things like that. As you know, I hate this IP shit and stuff. I understand, that everyone has to protect their intellectual property. That's perfectly fine. But still, it's very hard when you need to pay to every greedy manufacturer tons of money just to show their model. But, nothing can be done about that. It is what it is, and this is how world is functioning, and, we cannot do much about it. Let me see. I'm trying just to pick up the fuel pump. Okay. And as you know, with vanilla and DLC cars, you will always have in 90% of the cases, I cannot say 99, but I will say 90%, you will have this ugly, complicated, overworked suspension, which doesn't make any sense, honestly. I don't even believe this is based on any real suspension, because all these parts shouldn't be together, you shouldn't have so many arms, so many shocks, so many of anything. So I might be wrong, as I said multiple times, I did work in repair shop, I was managing one for some time, helping my friend, and I learned shitload of things, and I don't think there is anything like this in any car, but there is possibility. But I can for sure say that not every car has one, and in this game every DLC and vanilla car has the same suspension, for which I feel they did it just because they could copy paste stuff around, and that's about that. They didn't do it for American muscle cars, from what I can remember. They did it properly with leaf spring suspension and stuff like that. But with all these other cars, they just copy-pasted it, and that's that. And I'm absolutely sure the Viper doesn't have suspension like this. Well, I'm 90% sure of that. Also, you know, if you have some great explanation why you think I'm not correct in my thinking, let us know, please, in the comments down below. In any case, we are almost done with the basic disassembly. This car, as you can see, is in pretty good shape, but still it has to be, everything has to be repaired, everything has to be removed, you know, new engine has to be put in because this one is still not new, not good, cannot be restored to 100%, and yeah, that's that. I think we did it. Let's remove the engine from the car, and I think that's it. Also, what I want to check, did I no, everything is perfect, so we have everything that we need here. Now we will do interior. As you know, this is always our first step. I'm not showing anything most of the time because for whatever info about the game and mechanics you need, go to episodes 1 to 21. There is a whole playthrough through the game, and everything is explained there. So yeah, we couldn't see any difference with welder because bodywork is in perfect shape. We need to drop in the V8 engine and remove these things, and that's it. Okay, now next step, as always, you know how we do that. We go and repair stuff. I almost forgot, but I remembered. So we will repair everything. This car was in very good shape. As you can see, everything is 70+%. Parts are pretty good, even 80 and 80 something. So I think some will be 90, maybe not, maybe not. But still, we will not be able to repair everything. So what we are going to do now, we are going to sell 99 or more. Okay. Sell this one, this old engine, 5,000, not bad. Shock absorbers done, and then I don't think we will just keep one wheel, and that's about that. Why I'm keeping wheel? Because I want to be sure that I made the same wheel or wheels, or that basically I did it properly. So I'm just keeping them until we sell them. I do have a list on other place, but I don't want to go, you know, from the game at the moment to switch to other tab, etc, etc. So this is the easiest and fastest way. We don't have air filters. Okay, these are the things, of course, that you cannot repair. There is actually always a need for a new one, so I just got 2 of these. 2 is enough. We can always buy more. You can keep 3, 4 in the stock if you want. I usually keep between 2 and 3, well, buy between 2 and 3 and then just rebuy them when I need them. Batteries are full. I'm just looking. I know that we have ABS system here, although for this one we had both ABS pump and ABS module, so I think we managed to repair all of that. As you can see, I was correct, and the last thing should be a brake servo, which we have. And that's that. Now, let's push car up and let's start to work. Let me just drink a little bit of coffee. And that's it. Perfect, let's go. So this car is, let's call it, properly suspended. It has a properly built and done suspension, more or less. And you know, usually DLC and vanilla cars are pretty good. They are done by developers, so they had to invest time and effort because they're selling that for real money, and you know, that's their job, and that's it. With the modders, as explained multiple times, these guys are doing just a service to community. So for them who are not the professional developers, anything they do is, you know, very, very nice, and front link B we are missing, and we are grateful to them for that. Okay, so thinking about this, and you see these common parts are usually in the stock, and when you have good car you can repair most of it, so it's easy work, relatively easy. Okay, now we have enough calipers and cylinders, so this car will be easy to finish. Now this is a classic 05 295 3020. Yeah, this should be it. This should be the wiper wheels. This side is good. Okay, what I want to switch on this side and start slowly to build this one. Yeah, bushings, we don't have them anymore, as you can see. So what we are going to do, I'm going to buy 40. You remember with bushings, when we started these builds, we started to buy 20 bushings, and then we realized 20 is not really enough because they're going like crazy. So we are now buying 40 in the batch. These are normal bushings, like bigger bushings, and the small bushings we buy 20. That's enough. They're not used as much as these bigger ones, because bigger ones you see going here in arms, they're going in the cross members and things like that. Okay, so front suspension almost done, and you know, we are barely past 35 minutes, so we are doing a pretty decent job, and I'm quite happy about that. We will then have enough time to prepare 3 more cars. As you know, we are always you know, trying to have 3 cars prepared when we come to new episode, and then do the 2 more, and then after that, you know, sell them and do 3 more, and you know, just do it like that all the time. Now let's put starter in, and let me see, I'm somehow sure I don't have these. Yeah, this is a V8A pipe. V8, I think this is the one. Let's buy 4, because these are used not so often, but these are used, and it's okay to have them in stock. Few of these, you see catalytic converters, I have tons, and needle mufflers, because these are used very often. Even this rear muffler V8, you will actually use it on quite a lot of cars, so I will buy like 6 of these, use 2 now and have 4 still in stock. I dropped a cross member in the meantime, as you can see, and we can slowly start to build this. And I want now to put drive shaft, because I can, of course. As you know, I explained that multiple times, there is no right or wrong way about parts you're putting in. Just do it as you feel, you know, whatever you feel at any given moment that it should go in, just do it. And also I explained that the order, there is an order how you can put parts in and how you must do it, because some parts you cannot put some parts before some other parts, but other than that, you know, the order of parts is completely up to you. Let me see. See, I'm just dropping from one to another, and now annoys me that fuel tank is not in, and I just decided to drop it in. We will put the normal pump, and now that's gone and done. Let me just see now why I am always talking about the complex suspensions, because they don't make sense. You see, you have one arm here, one arm here, one arm there, one arm is at the back. Then even when you have all of that, I will show you now, you have also these you know, spring caps and spring, it's very much unclear who did that. And I was reading a bit of, you know, people talking about stuff, and most of them are kind of sure that the developers never have been in real repair shop, or actually didn't have much contact with cars and stuff like that, for which I believe is actually probably true. They did it from, I don't know, pictures or ideas or internet and stuff like that, but I don't think they had hands-on experience with things. And you know, trust me, it would be great to have a hands-on experience, because it's useful. It's useful. As I said, I did work, you know, for some time in the shop, you know, managing it, but still I managed to learn a lot. You know, I'm kind of guy who always likes to learn as much as he can, and I think knowledge is power, so more you know, better, and you can use it, you know, for your own devices, and basically, you know, you can progress much easier through life if you have knowledge. That's without a doubt the truth, yeah. You know, knowledge is power. Okay, so you see why we are talking about bushings. Tons of bushings everywhere. I'm not even sure why I did buy so many of these rear things, but it's okay, we are going to spend them. And also, if you feel your inventory is, you know, kind of too big and stuff, the easiest thing to do, and if you have money, we have 40 million at the moment, so honestly, all the money in the game you will ever need. You can just sell. Just say sell everything 100%, and it will sell all your stock, except groups, and groups are the things like, I cannot show you now, later. Groups are the engines, the shocks and stuff like that, the assembled things, you have to sell them manually. But you know, if you feel your inventory is too big, just sell all that is 100% and rebuy everything what you need at the time you need it. And that's a simple way, and you know, don't bother yourself with money. You have in my 1000 car spreadsheet list the full basically breakthrough of everything, so you can see which cars you can buy relatively cheap and sell for a huge profit, and this is how you basically make money. These are the mod cars, of course, but nevertheless, that's a good way to make money. Mechanically speaking, car is perfectly fine, done, so there is nothing else to be done. What I want to check first, I usually don't do that, but now I want 100%. Okay, you can see. So this means this car is fully 100%. When I spoke about 100%, I forgot to mention in interior. Interior will be also 100%. I close the hood always, you know that. I like to see the lines of the cars. I don't like it when the hood is open, because it doesn't really feel good. Also, the plates are always Beijing plates, so this is the Beijing plate. This sign here is, you know, sign for Beijing. Beijing means North capital, Beijing, North and capital. So now you learned something, and a little bit of Chinese. Okay. Do we have rear plate? Yeah, we should have one. I need to sell these old plates, and I'm always trying to remember, and I always forget. Good. You see, everything is 100%. So as I said, it makes your life easier when you assemble the car. And I think with front window, this is about that. So the wiper is done. As you can see, carbon fiber stuff, which I personally really don't like on this car. This car doesn't look good with that. I actually don't like even this snake and stuff. I'm not a big fan of that. And the car, as you can see, it doesn't look like a Viper. It does, but it doesn't. It has some things that are making it a little bit different. In any case, doesn't really matter. That is the Viper, or Dodge, not Dodge, it's freaking Echos Cobra. I want to bring in our Catheram Lola just to drop it in the garage. So what we did is we did another stint or set of 5 cars. We started with this beautiful Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato. You see this Z, that is Zagato, the Italian house. I think it is design house, not a tuner. Actually, I might be wrong, but I think Zagato is more of design house. So this is the Zagato Aston Martin, and these tools are M1s, coupes, of course. As you can see, this represents the kind of stock version of the coupe, which is a beautiful car in itself. I like it. And this represents a mean and powerful, you know, black tinted everything, carbon hood and stuff like that. Carbon is not so pronounced like on this car, but you can see it here is the texture of the carbon. So these were the two beautiful M1s, and then we did this Caterham Lola 300 in a racy kind of, well, livery. Of course, it's not kinda, it's race livery. There are multiple liveries, but I didn't want to make more Lolas than one. There is really no need. They're kind of very simple and stuff like that. But you know, this is our, I think, first try for a racing car. The last car was this a few minutes ago we finished, Echos Cobra, which represent Dodge Viper. I personally don't like it. Something is really wrong with the front and stuff. I don't like this carbon, but it doesn't really matter. It is just a showcase car. What I want to do, I want to push car fully down, and you know, for lifter to just get in, and I want it like this. So we have 5 cars, all of them, oh, we got behind our train. All of them are nice, and I think we did a good job with this set, really did a good job. So let's start. This is, yet again, just to tell you, all these mods and everything, you have 1000 car spreadsheet, all the links to the mods, everything is there, feel free to check it. Aston Martin DB4 Zagato. So for this one, you can get quite a lot of money. As you can see, we are going to sell it for 2.1 million, which is really nice amount of money. Then we are selling these BMWs, these two. This is the first one, let's call it stock one, and the stock one goes for, let's see, 85k. And I'm interested actually, is this boosted version, kinda, you know, power version. I think we have even, look at this, I just wanted to show you. We have an engine that is, as you can see, full of power parts, from the fuel filter, cables, you know, wires, carburetors, filters, and then you have, you see these beautiful exhaust manifolds, which are kind of chromed and stuff. And then you can see the different alternators, also chrome. These cap, ignition cap is also power, and inside the rotor, but you cannot see, and stuff like that. So we did check also the car on the dyno, and you feel free to check previous episode for that. It is more powerful than normal version. And when we sell it, you see there is a distinct difference in prices. This is 144 and that was like 80 or something. So yeah, it makes sense. Okay, so that's it. And the Lola, let's just go around it a little bit. It's a very nice car, very beautiful, and you know, do we have, I'm not sure, but I think I can safely remove. Yeah, the engine is also, as you can see, power boosted, fuel rails, fuel filter, throttle, exhaust manifold, and stuff like that. What we actually can do, I think we have enough time, so there is no really a big deal. Even if you don't, it doesn't really matter. We will manage to assemble everything. Let's just drop it to the dyno for a second. We will sell it directly from the dyno room. And I want to return fender in and send car to the dyno, okay? Because I didn't fully boost the engine, it was just, you know, a few things, but should give us a little bit of power gain. Let's see. Water. Hydrate yourself, that's very important. As you can see, 56% gain, and we didn't even use all the power parts, but we now put out 914 HP in 1124 Newton meters of torque. So that's very, very nice. And this is a beautiful car, and we have to part with it now. Not much money, but still nice earning based on how much we paid, and we paid around 180k or something. So we earned 800,000. Beautiful. So the Lola is gone. Nice. That was a beautiful car, a beautiful build. And the last one is this Dodge Viper, which, as I said, I don't like the looks of it, but it doesn't really matter. And this car goes for whatever, 250k. Now we are back at 43 million, which I like. I always like to have money in the bank. And yeah, let's keep going. So first car for the next set will be this 1972 Plymouth Duster. In a way, from what I read a little bit about the car, it is actually a boring car without any special, I don't know, without anything special. It was just a Plymouth answer to whatever, and it was never really, you know, kind of special in anything. So yeah, you have it, Plymouth Duster. I honestly don't know even how it looks. Let's just remove stuff, and we will later assemble it and see how that car feels, and do we like it or not. Yeah, I think we can slowly start removing things. So this is, let me see, just to remove these few things, bodywork. Do we have anything in the back? I don't think so. In any case, as I always say, you can check everything once when you do your welding, welder. It will repair body, and then you will see, you know, if something is missing, or basically if you missed something. And you know, yes, I read, and even on the wiki, which usually has you know, okay informations, I think, is very little about the car. It's just, you know, mention and everything. So this means the car was really not so popular and important in any way or form. Why this didn't? No, it did. In any case, you know, the mod is here. I always appreciate the new car, even if I don't know much about it, even if maybe it's not well known as some others. This is yet again 70s car, and you know, this was kind of good era for American cars, the muscle cars and stuff, you know, 60s, 70s. So I think we should pay tribute to all these cars. I'm just removing, as you know me, whenever I see something I can remove fast, I will just remove it. I just removed part of exhaust system. So Duster it is. This is the first car for today. The second car will be something very cute and interesting. I really like the mod creator is called Wolfell. You know, it's or if I pronounce it properly, doesn't really matter. I hope he doesn't really care or mind. I think it's Wolfell, and he's making some very nice, interesting mods, you know, like Lloyds and Trabants and stuff like that. So I do appreciate that. What I'm waiting for is NSU. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you didn't. NSU Prince. That was really, for that time, a great car. I remember it fondly, you know. I'm old guy, so no, I remember these older cars, and yeah. It was very beautiful car in its own way. So I hope someone will make a mod of it, and I see he is doing, you know, most of these interesting mods, European stuff, and maybe he will do that at some point, who knows. But today we are going to have one of Lloyd's, which are cute, nice cars. And then at the end, I think we are going to finish it strongly with a huge, powerful muscle car. That's kind of planned for today. In any case, this is a proper leaf spring suspension, which is not overly complicated, but it was used as it should be, you know, done on these muscle cars used at that time. They didn't use that super complicated suspension. That doesn't make much sense. And luckily for us, the cars, you know, the muscle cars in this game mostly are using this leaf spring. The older muscle cars, of course, the new ones have different suspensions completely. Okay, let me see now. I'm just thinking what else. This is kind of done, and this car is also pretty much very simple in a way. No much complication, not many things to do. What I'm looking here, I don't think we missed anything. Okay, so let's first maybe drop our battery. You see, battery is only 7%, but it will be charged as we explained. So it's always a good habit to charge your battery. You can always buy a new one, but still, why you would do that if you can just charge it? Interior, let's do it by watching it now. No difference basically, but this will make all the difference, and that's that. Color is completely perfectly acceptable from my point of view. I think we are going to leave it like that. What I'm doing now, I'm going around the car and checking, do we have some rust parts or something that I missed. It seems we don't have. So I'm going with OHV mag engine because this was originally in the car and I kind of like it, like the look of it. So the engine is in and we are dropping other stuff, but not now. We are first going to repair stuff. I almost forgot, but you know, I remembered, so let's do it. As you can see, bad shape of parts, all of them are in red and some in orange. Okay, what we can we will repair, what we cannot, and that's it. So next thing is to sell, of course, everything that is 99 and less, then sell these double wishbones, then we had this wheel, and these are all the same, 215, 213, and these are road runners. I know what are these, and we are going to sell engine. Now we cleared the inventory, which I think it's good, and we are first putting parts that are going in from the engine bay, as you know. Look at that. I think it's only this one and everything else, yep, is from the bottom of the car, you know, suspension and stuff. So let's slowly start with a Plymouth Duster 1972. As I already said, it is kinda probably uninteresting car. There is not even much info on wiki. It's just basic stuff, so it was probably never really accepted as a very important muscle car or whatever, but still we are going to make it and enjoy the process. Okay, let me see. This I don't. Oh, I have it. I just wanted to say this I don't have, but you know, for some strange reason I do have it. So that's always very, very nice. Front sway bar. I always buy 3 front sway bars or rear sway bars, always in 3. You cannot repair them, so it's kinda 3 is enough for 3 cars, as you know, but not every single car has the same sway bar. So usually you will be able to do maybe, you know, 1 whole stint at least, or set with 3 and even have 1 left or 2 sometimes. As you see, calipers and cylinders we are short, but I think because the rear brakes on this car should be drums, we should be good. And steering rack now. Slowly, as you can see, we just spent our last steering rack, so we don't have any spares. And this is, you know, you buy 2 or 3, and then slowly you come to the point where you cannot repair everything, and you use that and buy new ones, etc., etc., and going in circles like that. Okay, let me see. This is the bushing. I think we have 1 more. Yes, we do. Front steering knuckle C. Okay, I'm looking at it. Yeah, the point is also what I want to talk about a little bit is mods. And at the moment it seems that we are mostly relying on mods, because we kinda did most of call it DLC and vanilla cars. Yeah, we did most of them. There are a few more maybe out there, I think few more, but that's about that. So we are mostly relying now on the mods, and that is just for your info. We are kinda now mostly using mods and slowly, you know, building these models. Whenever we have opportunity, we are going to do a DLC or a vanilla car, but that's rare, more rare now than before. So front exhaust pipe OHVC. I think this was the one. Let's buy 4 of these. Probably we will need them at some point, so why not? We do have a few gearboxes, that's also always a nice thing. And let me drop the starter in. Starter you will never ever get in your junkyard car. I was explaining that it is actually, you know, like that, and the game was, we spoke about that. Basically the developer stopped the development of that game quite some time ago, of this game, Leaf Spring, and you know, unfortunately it is like that, and I see and I spoke about that. There is a Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 coming. It was announced just a little bit a few days ago. You are watching this at August, and I am recording this at May, so just, you know, bear with me. And what I'm talking is that 2021 is coming, and I tried it already, demo. It looks better. I'm not sure if it feels better. We will see. We will see. It should be better in every way, because you know, it is 3 years difference. I do hope the devs learn something from this game. They at least try to read complaints and stuff like that, and you know, maybe rectify that in the new version of the game, which would be, you know, not ideal, but at least something, because you should fix your stuff, you know, in your main game, not to wait 3 years for the new version to come and fix it. I do understand that sometimes developers, not sometimes, many times developers will basically make the code that is not easily, you know, changed, and many things would require, you know, you want to change something simple and then you realize you have to change so many things that it's not worth it. That is called bad programming, and it happens a lot, especially in these times when people are rushing. And why I'm talking about that, because I did work, you know, for years as a head of community management in a huge game company, and I do know things about game development, really. That was, you know, my job in a way, and I can talk really from kind of side of things. I know stuff, okay? It's not that I'm talking bollocks and you know, I give my opinion based on nothing. No, I know stuff. I've been involved with everything, the whole process and stuff. So yeah, when I'm talking about gaming, trust me, this is something I know a load about. And I play games also from 1984, so that gives me almost 40 years of experience just in playing games. We have a fender that we didn't remove, and we have pump here. Okay. That fender is bothering me because I didn't find it. Now if... it's here, you see? It's almost impossible to see. Let me see, can we repair that? I'm just interested. Maybe we can. We did repair that, perfect. So that's good. Let's just come back and check it again. 100 is everything, and this stuff should be, yes, only a body. Let us check what we have here. This is what? Right headlight and rear left fender. Right headlight and a rear left fender. Okay. Bear with me. This might be it. Let's try. First hood, then we'll close it, then we'll switch. Don't worry, it looks funny at the moment, but it will be okay when we put all the parts in. And here you see we have this little rear left fender which kind of fills the hole between these two parts. Okay, as you can see, the car is actually very very simple. There is nothing in design that is special or very interesting. It is just a simple 70s car, so I presume this is why it is not so much there is not so many info and stuff like that. Okay. Now when I'm looking at the wheels, rims, actually I don't like them, but I will not change them. I think there would be even you know, possibility to put better rims, but yeah, I thought they will fit well because it was original from the mod. Yeah, they're kind of boring. Perfect. Let us check. Interior is missing, so Bowen and Cuda. Now let's buy Bowen and Cuda. So, you know, Cuda is the steering wheel, and Bowen, these are, I presume, did I just did something actually over clicking, that's called that. Cuda seats are Cuda and Bowen is steering wheel. Okay, I just changed the order of things. Perfectly fine, no big deal at all. So we are dropping this and Bowen. No, I don't like this one. Okay. So that's it. I think car is more or less done. Let's drop it to the paint shop and see. Do they have some livery for the car? Usually they don't. Yes. I will just set the factory paint. It looks good. It's a different color, a little bit. Not baby blue, but it is baby blue enough, and that's always a welcome change to have some different color. As you can see, these wheels should be bigger, and then car would be meaner and look better, but yeah, it's okay. So this is a Plymouth Duster. I'm not really surprised why this car is not, you know, doesn't have any special place. It's just, yeah, it's just a car. Okay, so next car we are going to do is something completely different, as I said, and this one is fully, you know, perfect condition, everything, as you can see, and I will start immediately here to remove at least what I can to hide a little bit the looks, but you cannot do that. Actually, there is really no way, but let's do it. And the windows, and we will move it to the other side as soon as we can. By other side, I'm talking about the, just give me a second, I'm talking about, wow, let me see, this shouldn't be, bear with me please. Bear with me, I'm thinking, so looking, because I didn't do this car yet. See, this engine is super small. Yeah, this happens with this mod. How could I move this to lifter number 3? I'm just looking at these parts. Engine cover is here, and you see the engine. This is funny. This is how the guy who does these mods is doing that like this, and that's not a bad idea actually, because you can kind of then hide the engine and make proper engine cover. In any case, let's do the car. The car is beautiful. It's in its own way. This is Lloyd LT 600. There was LT 500, which was the predecessor. LT 600 had a little bit stronger engine, and this was done by the company called Bogward. I spoke about that when we did first Lloyd car, and this Bogward company at the moment is, you know, they were competition to Volkswagen at some point in time in Germany and stuff like that. But you know, you should read the story. It's interesting. It's full of, you know, conspiracy theories actually and stuff like that. It seems the company was actually destroyed by making it bankrupt while it had money actually to pay it and things like that. So very, very strange, but they were actually destroyed and removed from the market, and they were competition to Volkswagen and stuff. So it's, you know, you should think, you know, do you want to believe the conspiracy theories or not? But in any case, this company, I'm not sure if it's few years ago or 10 years ago or whatever. In any case, it's now, you know, in China, and Bogward exists. There are cars in China. They're basically, from what I remember, one of the successors of the original owner and founder He is involved with all of that, and the cars are produced in China, and I'm not sure if they're selling the cars outside of China. I think yes, and they have really good cars. If you know have opportunity to check them. It's kind of really nice, and it's nice to see the name that is like how long, 50s. Yeah, but you see how long from 50s until now existed. It is nice to see that name coming back. This is a 6-seater combi, a beautiful little thing. So let's pull the engine out. We cannot, of course, because I need first to do. I don't like really engine bay. I came from the engine bay. What's the issue? Well, I didn't, obviously. To be able to remove the gearbox, we had to push car up. I kind of have sometimes issues with this because I'm a little bit worried. It is so small that we are going to miss something, but I hope everything will be perfectly fine. As you see, I forgot completely that we have to remove gearbox from the engine, and not a big deal. And yet again, you see where is the lifter. This is with some mods that will happen. Okay, so first things first, let's do our interior. Yep, 100 units, whatever, don't care, don't mind. And we need to do welding, 1000 units. We cannot see difference here because there is not much to see, but that's about that. And now we are going to drop new i4 engine and move this out. So as you can see, engine is here. Let me check what else we can drop in. The battery, where is the battery? Do we have, must be battery in the car, yeah? Well, maybe this is a little bit different. We will see. There was battery. I think it was somewhere here. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where it was, and there was nothing else, I think. So we will go immediately onto the suspension work and slowly start to build car. What is the interesting story? That we didn't do our repairs. Okay, let's go and do repairs. Not such a bad condition of parts, so we'll see. There is quite a few parts repairable, but still there will be, let's sell, and there will be, I think, quite a few to sell. Yep. Also, I want to sell these rims. I know we are using these basics, and also engine goodbye. We don't need that at all. Okay, now we can slowly start building the car back, and you see this knuckle earring is thing that you have to put. You cannot forget, but it's not easily visible. Also, this car doesn't have cross member, so yeah, a little bit different design, but perfectly fine. Brake shoe, drum. Oops, we don't have drums, so let's buy some drums. I was so tempted. I was looking yesterday when I was in the city, the cars, and I was so tempted to start live episodes to showcase Chinese cars, which really you don't have opportunity to see. There are so many different brands, so many different stuff. It's very interesting. I'm not sure, do I want to do that? Do I have time? But it would be interesting, to see, because, some brands, well, so many brands I didn't know even existed, but they're out there, they're selling their cars, and yeah. So who knows, maybe I will force myself to do a few live episodes, go around with camera and just records interesting Chinese cars to showcase them. It would be interesting to see. I'm taking photos, but still, you know, seeing it through the eyes of camera would make this will not work on this car, but this will. Also, what is nice, when you put the wheels, he will here have Lloyd written. When we finish the car, you will see. Gearbox. And why is the engine small? You understand the point, because then the creator can cover the, we cannot put this, cover the engine with the cover and basically make it look better. Okay. Well, I would say maybe not even better, original, more original, because we are missing so many different engines in this game. I'm wondering, you know, in the new version of the game, how they will sort it. Are we going to get more engines? Are we going to get different engines? You know, there is so many simple ways how that can be done. Like, you know, give us just a freaking V12 engine, which has, where we have ability just to write down maybe different name. You know, you can write Ferrari and paint the engine head, or, you know, engine head covers in red, and then you can write Maserati and paint it in some other car. You know, there is so many ways that are simple that would make all the difference. But again, for that, developers should step up and, you know, think. Well, I think community has amazing ideas. So yeah. Starter, as you can imagine, starter we cannot put until the car is here. So let's drop the starter in. Can we? We cannot, because it says it's not engine bay. We clicked on the pipe here, which should be engine bay, but probably treats it like exhaust. Now, my friends, we need to start. So first, there is a body. Look how cute that is. It is absolutely amazing. The hood, this car is, from what I remember, 100% all the way. We spoke about that. You will get these 100% cars, and they are going to be perfect. We need, I think, to put engine cover. Engine cover. Can we do it from here? We can, I think. Perfect. The plates, of course, the fenders. Look how beautiful that was. And you see, that company unfortunately disappeared, but I'm happy they're back and they're doing the business again. That's always nice, you know, to see that some old companies are coming back. Let me see. Trunk. I never assembled this one, so I'm also, you know, learning. This is a learning process where we put all the stuff and slowly, you know, build the car from the zero. Absolutely no. What did I say? I have to sell these things. I have to sell actually these old plates because they're just annoying me. Let me try. Look how small taillight is. Like a toy almost. Open the door. We cannot open the door. Okay. What I will do, I will move this car here. So I can open the door, and when I open the door, I can drop in, as you can see, clamshell. Okay. I'm looking what else we are missing. So this is okay. It doesn't have side mirrors. Okay, let's do interior. I think interior is also 100%. So these are the Jeep parts. And this is what you have when game doesn't want simply to work as it should, you know. It loses focus all the time and things like that. Unfortunately, not much we can do about it. I wasn't sure which steering wheel. Cape for sure. It looks like it should. Let us see. Yep, interestingly enough, this is it. The color is also amazing, so we are not going to touch anything. Look at the beauty. As I said, you see Lloyd, it's written here. We can come and check, you see. It is a very, very beautiful, really beautiful car. It is a Lloyd 600, Lloyd LT actually 600. And this is a 6-seater. Beautiful, done, made by Borgward company. And they had these beautiful Lloyd things. So this was a second car for the new stint. The first one was this Plymouth Duster, which I really find very unexciting and boring, but you know, I'm quite sure there are quite a few people out there who really loves it. And the third and last car for today is, as I said, the muscle car. I would say this is the muscle car actually, but this is the modern muscle car, as modern as they come. Also in a perfect condition, both from auction. I'm really sorry that we have to kind of assemble these cars that are, and disassemble that are practically new, but it is what it is. You cannot find this car in other places, or you know, it's very hard. So whenever I find something, I buy something. And I understand that, you know, it would be better to have car in a junkyard state and stuff, but you know, this is also good enough, I would really say, and we can live with the fact that, you know, we kind of have a perfectly fine car, but with tons of parts that are really not good. As you can see, all of these parts, they look good, but they're not 100%, and to be able to restore a car fully, you must have everything 100%. There is no you know, work around about that, and this is why we are doing this. Oil filter specific for OHVK. As you can see, we are removing this and that. And did we miss something from the engine bay, or we didn't? I want to check something, and that's this battery. Did I find battery on this car? I actually don't see. Battery is there. Can we somehow come here? Yes. Okay, battery is here, battery is the back, but still you see 87%, almost new, but not new enough. That's that. We will remove interior now, although I believe interior is 100%, so I'm not going to touch it, okay? Interior is 100, yeah, we are not going to touch it. It doesn't really make any issue for us. Interior can stay, it's 100%, so just, you know, a few clicks less, why not? Okay, now let's slowly disassemble this. We are not in rush, we have more than enough time. As you know, every episode is around 2 hours. And here in the left top corner you can see, if you look top left, you will see how part it is when you remove it, and if you look in the bottom left, you will see the picture of the part and the condition. So basically, if you had condition of the part before, checked or tested or whatever, you will see it down there. But at the moment we simply don't have it, didn't check or test any part. You can do it with different testers, you know, you have all these tools here, you see, which you can use to test your car, or basically when you remove the part, it will show you how much it is damaged if you didn't test it in before, you know. Again, all of that explained, you know, through our gameplay from level 1 to level 50, and we did it in episodes 1 to 21 actually. So everything is explained there, all of the story, how things are working. You have in the description basically just a short overview of what we did in that specific episode, so you will always know is this the episode you want kind of to watch or to check and stuff like that. We will have, I think, quite a bit of time left in this episode, but as you know, I'm not going to make more than 3 cars. It simply doesn't work. I want to have 3, and that's about that, and to keep the same rhythm all the time, because I believe that is a good way to do this. So we will see what we are going to do if we have a little bit of spare time. Usually we go to the junkyard or auctions or stuff, check and find some nice cars. So maybe we will do that, maybe we will do something different, we will see. Because we are trying to keep episodes around 2 hours always, and our episodes are actually always around 2 hours, you know, a minute or 2 here or there tops. Because I find 2 hours to be a good time frame where you can really, I don't know, 2 hours is not hard for me to watch, and I think that's a perfectly fine length of the episode. Longer than that might be a little bit annoying, and shorter than that is okay, but 2 hours somehow seems to be the right value. Rear mufflers, we will need to buy brake pads and some other stuff. As you can see, this car yet again has the same suspension like all vanilla and DLC cars, not all but most of them. Copy paste random suspension with every single part they had, you know, in basically in inventory put in. It is okay, we will do it regardless, slowly but surely. This is the last arm on this side. I was correct. So this is the Dodge Hellcat SRT8, the meanest and strongest of them all at that time. Huge Hemi, 6.3 if I'm not mistaken, 6.3 liters. A beautiful car. I really like the look of the car. I honestly prefer a sports car that look like normal sedans or something, which would be, for example, a Nissan GTR. Okay, that for me is the epitome of the sports car. I for example, don't really dig these Ferraris or I don't know, McLarens or stuff. I'm not such a big fan, honestly. I would always rather have Bentley Continental GT than Ferrari, always, without thinking, because, you know, having the car that is super fast and then has every single, you know, thing you can think of, comfort and everything, why would I go for Ferrari, which is not so nice? If you, well, you know, if you ever, for example, rode in Porsche, or if you drove a Porsche, you will know that, yeah, the drive quality is not such a great thing in these cars. But then Panamera is a little bit different and things like that. So yeah, depends what you like and what you want. I think we removed most of all the parts. I tried to pull the engine. Did I remove the gearbox? I think I did. I did. Okay. So this car is and was in a perfect shape. Still, we are going to just, you know, do interior. And we are going to pay for the welder because why not? Just to be on the safe side, and we are going to drop the engine back in. This is V8 OHV Hemi B. Huge, big, we can check it. Look at that supercharged Hemi engine. Look at it. Should be 6.3 liters in original, you know, in the original Charger. So this is about it. I think the engine is complete, and that's it. Okay, a little bit of coffee, and we can kinda add a few things here. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you didn't, but I did. We didn't go and repair stuff because I've seen that we have 94% parts, and this is the trickiest when you have all these green parts and you don't repair them, and you will just simply put them in thinking they're 100% if you don't pay attention. And yep, that happened to me a few times. I didn't like it, but I learned a lesson. I'm going to sell all these. You see, they're not bad parts at all, they're perfect parts, but we still don't want them. And groups you have to sell manually. I repeated that multiple times. Everything else you can just sell by clicking on sell. Okay, I know this is 100%. Luckily, I checked it before I put it in, so not a problem. And let's drop everything else. I think I got this. I should have filter. We do have it, and the cover. Perfect. Nice car. Very nice looking. I really like it. As I said, I prefer these kind of sedan sport cars instead of, you know, cars like Ferrari and stuff. So I know these Hellcats or Bentley Continentals or Nissan GTRs or things like that. I do like that a lot. I'm thinking let's go with suspension. Let's go with suspension, and we will see later. We need to drop in the battery, but we are going to do it. Front space bar, we do have them. Very nice. So this is the last car for today's episode. As I explained, I'm not going to do more than 3 cars, and I'm planning to do next 2 cars would be Holden Tauranus ASXs or something like that, something with a lot of letters. It's no, it is Holden Tauranus LX A9X hatchbacks. This is a Australian muscle car. Actually, I kind of like these Australian cars. They're muscly, they're really nice. And this Tauranus is interesting in a way that I was checking it before, and which is strange. Some parts when you put on the cars are going to float in the air. And you know, this is usually rectified by taking car to the test track, and then everything fits together. I wanted to avoid that, but it seems I cannot. You know, it's not my mistake or anything. It's just that this is how game works, and we will probably assemble them regardless. And you know, later just go to the track and fix all these parts floating around the car, which is in a way very funny, but yeah, it is how it is, and we simply have to do that. So we will see how that goes. So all the tires are the same, as you can see. Big fat race tires on this car. We don't have this OHVK. I think these are the Dodge parts. I think we will need... Now bear with me, I'm not sure what do we have. And what we don't have, but we will see, we will see. This is a one. The gearbox, of course, is in perfect shape. And we should be able to drop starter in. Yes, that's it. And then what I want to do, I want to come on this side and drop the front exhaust section and slowly build this side of car, and then we are going to do a back. This is one of the DLC cars, and there is not many left. Actually, really, we are getting, you know, less and less opportunity to do these cars because there is simply no more of them. Is this done? Yep, it is. So here, and we will have quite a bit of time left after we finish this, so we will see what to do with that time. Maybe when we finish episode a little bit earlier. All of that is the option, but that is thanks to the two cars we had that were not so complicated. So nice wheels. We are missing bushings. And I'm looking here, we might be okay with this side. Now, middle muffler we do not have. Middle muffler should be here. And I think we have two of these that we need, but we are going to see. I think I'm correct. Cross member. And then what I want to do, I want to drop these rear mufflers, okay? Fuel tank also. Look, we have this one fuel pump that is better. Let's drop it in, why not? These power parts, actually you don't have all of them in a way that every single part in the game has a counterpart, let's say it in the power part section. No, that's not the case. And you know, people made even lists of the parts that are missing and gave them to developers. They never actually rectified any of that, which is sad. It would be, I'm quite sure, fairly easy just to make a new icon and, you know, input new data in and color the part in, you know, red or whatever, chrome and stuff. I don't think that's such a huge job, but it was never done, so many parts don't have their counterpart. I do believe even brake pads don't have counterparts, which is completely and utterly crazy, and we're going to check that now, because I'm really wondering, not here, but here. Let's go. What did I do? We need shop, not, yeah. What I want to check, power boost shop, brakes. Yeah, you see, it's completely surreal that you don't have calipers, pads and stuff in the power boost section, because these are the most common actually parts that you would have, like you know, when you're assembling the cars, you usually do bigger brakes when you're putting a car with more power, so you need bigger brakes, bigger caliper, stuff like that. That's so normal and usual that I'm completely stunned with the fact that that is missing from the shop. But as I said, you know, the development of this game was stopped quite some time ago, and obviously they concentrated on the version 2021, which would be maybe good thing if they really fixed all the issues from the old game and, you know, did that and kind of brought us a new car mechanic, which would be so much better. But I have very hard time to believe that, based on the, you know, history of development and how the developer approaches this. I have extremely hard time to believe that they will do a great job. They will probably do it okay and, you know, fix some stuff, but I don't believe they will really step up and do something amazing. That's my opinion, of course. If I'm wrong, that would be the best, absolutely the best news you can imagine, you know, to have a game really going forward in the good direction. But we will see. We will see once when we try the 2000. Well, I tried it. I don't think it's worth making episode about it. It's just, yeah, it's just empty shell of a game at the moment. It doesn't have much in a way of gaming experience. Race tire, this is the last one. Perfect. Let me see. Okay. Now we are missing obviously some parts here, and I'm trying to figure out what we are missing. You shouldn't be able to put wheels until all the parts are in. I would do it that way because that would basically make sure that people pay enough attention. But you see, you can put wheel immediately when you put few main parts, and then everything else is missing, but still wheel is on. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, we are very near. Yeah, we are missing battery, I know that. Let's see, can we drop a battery from here? We should be able. And that's that. That's that, and we are really, really extremely good with time. No, it's okay. Now, everything was 100%, which means we will have a car ready in basically no time. There is no front plate, okay. That's something I don't actually like. I don't like when car doesn't have front plate and has rear plate. From my point of view, either make no plates or two plates. I understand it's not easy sometimes and probably it's problematic and whatever, but that would make much more sense. There is not a single car with one plate. You know, one plate is not something that you can have. You must have two plates on your car. That's, you know, I think in every single country in the world it is rule like that. Let's check. Yep. So dark blue Dodge Challenger, is it Challenger? Yeah, Challenger is two doors. Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat with huge, actually huge Hemi engine under the hood. A very beautiful car. I really personally like it a lot. I think it is a very good representation of modern American muscle car, and you know, this one is really, really nice. The design, I spoke about the version 2012. I think I drove the Charger. I didn't really like it. I never tried this one, of course, but you know, maybe this is a little bit better experience. 147. Okay, let's go and do what I like to do. Let's go to the junkyard a few times, then visit one auction, because we have quite a few cars we didn't find yet, and I am kind of unable to find them, which is interesting. Not sure why, but you know, it is RNG based, a random generator number, whatever, and you cannot find always what you want. And last time, yesterday, I tried to go to junkyard. I visited it multiple times. I spent quite a lot of time. Didn't find anything. Actually, look at this. I'm looking at the least cars I found until now that I can remember was 2. And this is nothing, but I think this time we will have probably more. This is a bolt Hellcat. You see, you will always find these Hellcats which you don't need. You will always find these chieftains and stuff like that, which is kinda funny, but yeah. These cars, all these cars we have, you see, this is the second example of the same car. This is category which was on the beginning, at the beginning, and this is M1, which we just, you know, sold today. These M1s, we will remove mod a little bit later when we finish this episode. Let's maybe try something a little bit different. We actually didn't try that. We don't do that often, but this episode we can. Let's go to our warehouse. There is a lot of parts here, and then we can go to these cases and barn maps. Okay, we have tons of cases and quite a few barn location maps. We didn't open cases yet because I really don't care about that, but I should maybe make one episode just about that. We go to our inventory, and then at the end, at the bottom, here are the newest things. Barn location map. We will add 2 of these, okay? And then when we go out, we have barns. You see, let's visit this one. Barns are basically the barns and the places where you can find old cars. And in each barn, you will always find one case. And I really recommend spend a minute, you know, just check everything. This is the car that we don't need, and the first one is case, and that's about that. You don't need to check anything, but if you didn't find it first time, then you will go through every single of these, etc., etc. This is the worst barn you can get, absolutely the most horrible barn, which has only one car, which we did a long time ago, and that's nothing here. We will just return and buy the case. Okay, why we are buying the case? First, there have these call them power parts. They are better than normal parts, and also there is chance that you can get barn map in the case, which is always good thing. Also, the barn map you will always get from the junkyard, but you have to check all the junk to be able to find it. Okay, so we had one barn which was horrible. Let's go to another barn and see, maybe this one will be better with 4 cars or 5 even. That one that we just visited was really bad, and this is why I don't like to go to barns, because most of the time it is disappointing experience. You don't find anything and you just waste your barn map. So you see, I'm checking all the cases, everything where we have junk, not cases of course. I'm checking, because I want to find the box. That's the thing that we don't want to leave without. Okay, because we are here. Did we visit that? Yes, and we didn't visit this one. And then, you know, when you get this bolt roulette in the barn, I'm tempted to cry, honestly. And we have 20 mods installed. Don't forget, we started, you know, doing 10 mods, but then realized 20 must be number, because we don't have any more cars from, you know, DLCs and stuff like that. So yeah, see, 2 crappy cars here, and basically this is Del Rey. Yeah, we don't need anything else. Return again, case, buy parts. So basically 2 barns, 2 barn maps wasted, 2 super crappy choices of cars, nothing there. But at least you have seen how the barn maps are working and what they are giving to you. What we are going to do now, we are going to go to our inventory. Okay, this is not inventory. As always, buttons are next to each other. So many times I click on wrong one. Let's open the cases. Click on the case, open the case. Yes, you will always get 3 things in. No barn maps. So we got what? Air filter, V10A, ignition coil. Okay, this is useful, and this is kinda useful. Let's collect them. You can sell all of that, and I usually, you know, sell them. If you do restorations for yourself, you can open things, assemble, get parts. You know, you have now +1 battery, which is interesting. This is not used very much, this is not used very much. Most of these parts that you are getting are not used very much. So if you wanted to earn money, 114, 33, 48, around 200, yeah, around 200, both of cases you would cover with selling the parts. Okay, so I will sell it immediately, this I will sell immediately, this I will sell immediately. These three, this one definitely can be used, this one can be used, this one I will see. I have some Paganis that are also in the garage, so we will see how that goes. Let's visit one auction. In the meantime, now we showed junkyard, we showed the barn. Let's go to auction. If you didn't see it, if you know, kind of are not familiar with the game, these are the ways how you can buy cars, either on junkyard or barns. Find it in barns or auctions. So you have a list of the cars here, mine and three, Salem done, Bolt done, Suzuki we have, FTO Lit Edition. Okay. So what we are going to do, we are going to buy it because we have one Mitsubishi FTO, normal one. I'm not sure what is Lit Edition. Well, Lit is the creator of the mod, but how it differs from the normal car, I have no idea. And regardless of that, I'm going just to buy it. So that's it. Give me a second, I will have to switch to my database, to our 1000 car spreadsheet, okay? Because I want to add the new car in, okay? You can hear me typing, and that's it. We just need to figure out the price. And how we are going to do that, we will start the auction and then start to raise 500, which is a horrible auction system, really. Look at the car value in the top right, 86,000, okay? Now I have to raise 500 to get to that number, and it's not that number, probably will be 90,000 because computer will bid like crazy, you know. Usually they will overbid the price, you know, that is recommended. Sometimes you will get it below the car value price, but most of the time the computer will overbid you, you know, for, I don't know, 10, 20,000, depends really on the car. In any case, we have to buy that. Why? Because we want to do all these Mitsubishi FTOs, different versions. This is the Lit Edition. We will see how it differs from the normal one. I already see some differences, so this is going to be nice. And I can see immediately there is on the bottom the tuning version. So we are going to buy that one also. You see how 86,000 is the price, and a computer already went to 91, 92, 93, 94, etc, etc. So this is how the auction work. Okay, car parking. Very bad system. Auctions are really horrible. I don't like them. I don't think anyone likes them, actually. And this was also something that was super easily fixable, but developers never bothered actually to do it or to spend any time on that. And it is how it is, and I always say, you know, we can cry and just be unhappy about all of that. There are no competition, you know, games that compete with this game, and that is the main problem. When you have competition, you have a good drive from the companies, you know, to make product better, to get more customers. Here you have basically one game, and that's about that. So Mitsubishi FTO tuning, I absolutely I have no idea what is that, but let's just, you see, this is so much cheaper than the last one. Look at the price. The last one was 86 if I'm not mistaken, the price. This one is 28. I honestly have no idea why such a difference in price, but you know, we will buy both of these, and I have third one in garage, and we will do all three of them, you know, parallel. There is probably a reason why these cars are different, and I'm going to do all of them. Let's just see how much money we are going to pay for this one. More than 30, I'm sure, absolutely. 31,718. I have to write it down. I'm doing that for you, so you have all the info. And let me just type here, bear with me, my friends. What I'm doing at the moment, I'm just typing info in our 1000 car spreadsheet, and you can find everything there. All the cars that are in the garage, in the parking, and everything is sitting there, and you know, with all links to the mods, to everything, our engine guides with all the links, everything is time coded. You know, if you go to our engine guides on YouTube, all of them are time coded, so you can exactly get the kind of, you know, engine you want and stuff like that. Okay, so we got these two cars. We finished this beautiful Lloyd LT 600 6-seater. We did this Plymouth Duster, which is, yeah, just a normal car, and the SRT Hellcat Dodge Challenger. That's about that for today. We are sitting in 1 hour 59, 2 hours now. Listen, I will see you in the next episode. We will, you know, go with the Holden Turanas and slowly move forward with other stuff. In any case, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Have a great day. Stay safe. Take care about your family. Do something you love. And I always say at the end, enjoy life. That is the most important. I will see you very soon in the next episode. Until then, bye bye.
Please subscribe to this channel, share and like this video. Thank you.